Hello, everybody. I'm going to just show you a quick comparison of using AI to develop a model without having a lot of experience versus building a model from an AI image and maybe a little bit of help from a depth map. So, start with a blank sheet here, and then what you're going to do is we're going to start with finding an AI image. And here was our AI image. That's what I started with. And what I did is I searched tavern sign for AI, and this is what I got. I liked it. So I took this and then I created a depth map. So this is what I got for the depth map. After that depth map, what I do is I make a model from that depth map, and here it is. Now, what I want you to see is it looks good. It looks really good. You know, you could just stop right here and go ahead and carve it. But here's the thing. You may like it. I like it. But look how flat it is. It has no real depth. It's kind of like you put this on a coin and that would work. But if you're going to carve it into a model and you're going to hang it on the wall or anything like that, or in a plaque, it really doesn't pop or do much for you. You can really see it straight on, but that's really about it. And also, it's not very smooth. You get a lot of these lines, and any of this uneven jaggedness, you're going to get that in your carve, and it's not going to be straight. And look at this. The lines really aren't perfectly straight. Um, so what I do is sometimes these models I work with this, and then I keep working on it. But then sometimes what I do is um, I will go to, let's see here. We're going to go to a side by side, um, we're going to go to a tavern build. So this is what I came up with when I built mine. So I took that image and I created a lot of vectors. If you see here, a lot of vectors. Added my own text. I took that image and I drew my own vectors around everything. I did all my little vectors here. And then what you do is when you take a vector, you want to check nodes. So what I do is when I make the nodes, I make sure I soften everything, because if you do like a vector, a vector around a model or something, you get a lot of nodes. So I go in and I clean up all my nodes. So when you build things, the nodes look clean. So like right here, these nodes are almost perfect. There's only a couple here. Over here, you see that there's not much nodes in here. And then what I also do is I will build this mug using spinning and two rail sweeps. So I drew my vector, and I knew I wanted a little ribbon here, and something here. So I drew these little vectors around it. And then when I did a spin, I used this spinning tool, which is creating a shape with spinning. And I did a turning, not spin, turn. So that's what I did. and I get this wonderful round piece, not including the handle or anything else. But you get this piece here and this piece here, and the mug shaped the way I drew it. As you can see, everything's kind of on an angle, and then all these little squares. And then I drew the mug handle separately. And then I drew all of these little indents separately. And then I used components to indent them. So as you can see, there's the vectors kind of built into them. And then I also wanted to make my bubbles a little bit more pronounced. Some people like that. I like this one. I think it's kind of good, but everybody likes their own style. You could have just kept it one big piece. I built lots of individual round pieces and moved things around, and then I made components out of each one. If you look at my component tree, you'll see I have lots and lots of components. And I also use different model components to build this. I used a create a smooth shape from a component using this component maker, and you can do all different kinds of things. For this one, I also did a turn. I used this turn, and I use this vector. And what happens is you get a really nice round piece. Same way with the circles, and same way with the square here, and all the different pieces. So it really looks like it's solid and clean, and this will carve perfectly clean. So again, that's how I built it. And then what I also do is I build the sign or the text separately in a separate sheet. Here, make it nice and smooth, give it a little draft, and then smoothen it out. And then I export it to the main body, and then I fit it in. Here's my side-by-side comparison. Quite a bit different. You can get, it's not flat, it's got a lot of depth, a lot of tech, clean. It's not a lot of texture in here. This will carve a lot faster because it's very smooth compared to something that has a lot of texture to it. It's going to take a long time, a lot longer for that bit to go up and down, up and down. And as you can see, these lines aren't very clean, whereas this line, they're perfect. So AI is great, but using Vectric and building your own components can still produce a very high quality model. Thank you for watching.